Madoka Magica is commonly known as that magical girl series that changed its genre forever. This is due to it being a darker take on the subject matter with a twist in the third episode where one of the characters gets killed. Before this, it plays out as the normal magical girl series with our protagonist meeting an adorable mascot character who offers to turn them into warriors of justice against the evil witches. Then the twist happens and it becomes progressively darker and nastier until its crescendo of a finale. However, I would like to make the argument that Madoka Magica's turn with the death of Mami wasn't a twist due to it feeling consistent with what was presented before. I have rewatched Madoka Magica several times due to my love for it, and I've noticed several elements about its early episodes. The opening scene foreshadows the ending of the story while giving the audience a slice of the show's real face. It showcases the real ending theme playing in the background over a battle between a magical girl and an unseen enemy. The ending theme for the first two episodes was a happy theme, while the rest of the series has Magica, which is a dark and haunting track. That's what makes people think it's a twist upon the ending of the third episode, but if you look between the lines you'll notice more. The moment I want to point to as signalling this is when Madoka shows her own designs for the cast as magical girls. The scratchy pencil lines, the black holes for eyes. Upon first watching the scene, a viewer might just think it's a young girl's artwork being rough and not refined. However, reading into this with later knowledge of what this particular series is, it adds layers which leads to the tonal shift not feeling jarring. The other element in the room from the beginning to signal the progression of the story is the character of Homura Akemi. She turns up at the beginning and does more to drag Madoka into the world of magical girls, which is ironic considering her whole deal is trying to save her from it. She confronts Madoka and gives her cryptic warnings that make no sense in the moment. The magical animal of the series, known as Kyubey, is pretty much chased into Madoka's arms by Homura. Now all of this makes sense in why Homura does everything by the end of the series, but it does signal to the viewer that something is wrong in this town. Even Kyubey is consistent with wanting to get the characters to sign contracts to become magical girls. Later it is put into a more sinister light when it explains everything, but consistency is the key word here. The creature acts exactly the same way throughout the series right until the end. It all builds to that moment in episode 3 where Mami loses her head and the show changes, but it doesn't feel tonally out of place. Tone is how a piece of media feels, and it needs to stay consistent in order to keep the audience engaged with the story of a series. Madoka Magica starts like other magical girl series, but peppers in elements to keep the audience on board and delivering them to the darker content at the end of the road before them. If you like this video, please give a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for more content from yours truly. Also, follow me on Twitter for the link in the description. Cheers for watching.